In this video, I'm going to give you a quick introduction to the WordPress dashboard. This is the first page you'll see when you log into WordPress, and there's a lot of functionality available from the dashboard. Not all of it is readily apparent. So let's dig in and take a look. The dashboard is essentially the nerve center of your WordPress-powered website. When you first log in, you get a snapshot of everything that's going on your site. And you see the first block right here is called Right Now. This tells you what's going on with your content. You can see how many posts and pages you have, how many categories you've created or tags. And you can see the discussions that are taking place. It'll show you comments that have been approved. And even on a negative note, it'll show you the spam that you've received. Now, all of these are linked as well, so if you want to get to your pages or posts or categories or tags, just go ahead and click on any of those, and it'll take you right to that area. It's sort of a menu as well as being a snapshot of your content. Over on the right, you've got Quick Press. This is a way to very quickly add a post to your site. Just title, content, a couple of tags. It'll put everything into the default category. Probably wouldn't use this a lot, but it's nice to have if there's something you want to save as a draft, for example. You happen to be on your dashboard, enter a title, some content, save it as a draft. You can always get back to the draft and fill it out, put it in the right category, and turn it into a full post. Speaking of drafts, you have access to any drafts that are pending from this block right down here. And then you can also see the links that are coming into your site. This is a nice feature to really kind of make you aware of when someone else is linking to your content, and that's always nice. And you can see when I hover over the title section here, I get a configure block. And I can click on configure for most of these blocks. I jumped up here. And it gives me an option of entering a new URL to pull in incoming links from. Right now it's using the Google blog search feed, but if at some point in the future I want to use a different service for detecting incoming links, I could enter a URL there. Also, I can designate how many incoming links I'd like to see. Maybe I don't want to see 10, maybe I only want to see 5, and I can also optionally display the date next to those incoming links. Over here we can see the comments that are taking place, and I can actually approve comments or mark them spam from this window without actually having to go look in the comments. Again, there's a configure option which allows me to set the number of comments that I want to see. And then we've got some informational panels here as well. We've got plugins, which actually pulls in the feed from the plugin directory, and the WordPress blog, which pulls in current information about the WordPress project from the WordPress.org website. This is a good one to have, actually, because you can see when updates come through. Sometimes there are security alerts that you need to be aware of, where you need to perform an update right away. Keep an eye on this. This will have some information that really is critical to keeping your site healthy and happy. And then over here we've got WordPress news as well. And the configure option here gives me the ability to enter pretty much any RSS feed that I want. I can turn this into a general purpose RSS panel. Say I'm not interested in following the WordPress news. I'm interested in following information in my particular business or industry. If there's a site that has an RSS feed that would pull in that sort of information, you can enter the feed address right here and give it whatever title you want and select the number of items that you want to display. And all of that information that's pulled in from that feed will be available right on your dashboard when you first log in. Now, you may find that this is a little bit cluttered and you don't want to see all of these items. You can easily hide anything on the dashboard by setting the screen options. And screen options is something that you have access to from many of the WordPress administrative screens. When you click on the Screen Options tab, you get a little menu that opens up. And these check boxes, you can uncheck them and things will go away. So if I want to get rid of Quick Press, say I have assumed that this is so limited I think I will never use it, it's just taking up space, I can just uncheck this and Quick Press goes away. And I can do that for, say, the WordPress blog and plugins and WordPress news And eventually, you'll see I only have a few things down here, and I can reorganize them. You can drag and drop and set it up exactly to your liking. So the dashboard is very customizable as well. Now, there's one more thing I wanted to point out here, which is that with the new admin toolbar on the front end of your website, you may not see the dashboard as much as you used to in the old days of WordPress before the admin toolbar. Let me show you what that looks like. Let's go to the website. You'll see the title of our site right up here is linked, and I can get to my website by clicking on that, and that'll take me to the version of the website that all of my visitors would see. And what I see that they won't see is this toolbar across the top. This is shown to users who are logged in, and the options that you see on the toolbar depend on what your permissions are. So depending on your user role, you may see more or less. I'm logged in as an administrative user, so I'm seeing pretty much everything. I can get to the dashboard quickly from this dashboard option, but I could also bypass the dashboard if I want to add a new post or page or link or change the theme or add a plugin. I can get directly to any one of those areas from this admin menu. I can also go straight to comments and also change my widgets, change the background, the header, theme options. Anything under appearance is accessible as well. And then over here on the far left, I can go edit my profile or log out entirely. Let's go back to the dashboard. And that is a quick introduction to the WordPress dashboard.